My friend Rachel and I
just
both
ride,
got
not
back
follow.
recently from doing some pretty epic things this summer. Rachel hiked the entire Pacific Crest Trail, and I biked from Jasper, Alberta, Canada to the border of Mexico along the Great Divide. We've both been feeling a little restless since getting back to real life. Rachel had an idea to do one mini adventure a month as an antidote to the restlessness.
Cool.
She came up with this month's plan to ride the entire CAMBA trail system from start to finish. So I created the route on Ride with GPS, and after 2 rained out weekends, we
like
finally
leaves.
found a crisp October day to make it happen.
And it's slippery.
We recruited my husband Tony to ride with us. A thick blanket of slippery leaves covered much of the trail, hiding rocks, roots, and twigs, and adding an extra challenge.
Oh, there's a tree in the trail. Don't worry, I got that on video.
We started our ride around 10:30 a.m. and estimated we'd be done around 3:30 or 4 p.m. Rachel's car was parked at the end of the route. We shuttled to the trail start in our car. Aside from a group of 10 we met on the trail early on, we were pretty much the only riders on the trail that day.
Wow.
Buddies. Bring your shoes. You guys can go. We're going the wrong way.
Hello.
Have a good ride.
Hi. Thanks. Nice group.
My fault. Sorry. Hi.
Hi.
This was the first time I've ridden the Rock Lake trails, and they didn't disappoint. They had an old school, hand-cut feel. The views of the Northwoods Forest were incredible too. I loved the portions where we'd ride along the top of a ridge with views dropping off on both sides of the trail. Rachel is the one who asked me to bring my GoPro. She thought it would be a good idea, and I agree, to be able to watch it later in the dead of winter and remember the adventure. Although tons of fun, the chunky and winding terrain kept us from moving too quickly for the first 15 miles. I've noticed that when I ride a place for the first time, I'm always making comparisons in my mind to other places I've ridden before. This part of the trail reminded me of the back 40 in Bentonville, Arkansas. There was a fair amount of climbing too, mostly punchy uphills, followed by some downhills, and again.
Spicy. Slippery. Ah! No, I did the same thing.
Oh,
Often the leaves were so thick it was hard to see where the trail headed.
Holy rockin'. You do. That's a double black to the left.
We're going double black?
No.
At this point, the skies had darkened and some drops of rain were coming down, even though the forecast didn't predict rain for today.
love it when we're on top of a ridge. No, we don't.
We encountered quite a few downed trees on this part of the route, which slowed things down as well. After not riding her bike for 4 months while she was on the PCT, Rachel was doing pretty great at navigating the tech of the trail. That said, she did have one oops. At just a little under 3 hours away, I feel lucky to have the CAMBA trails so close to where I live. Being in the forest does so much to center me and help me reset for everyday life. The further we progressed down the trail, the more we found some flow. But the angle of the sun was extending, and we still had a long way to go.
We got it. I landed right in your Y. Trail candy, take it.
This is a part of the Flow Mama portion of the trail called Gravity Cavity.
Woo! Oh, what'd you do? I followed you. Don't you follow it? Whee! Yeah, that one's fun. Yeah. One year they put that in the race. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Moments like this, flowy downhill sections with berms, gaining speed as you're winding through trees, and sharing it all with your friends, this is what makes me love mountain biking so much.
Nice. I like your super fast leg spin. Zoom, 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 zoom. I know. This is the direction to ride this trail. Always. Why? To make it harder, I guess.
At this point, Tony, who had trained for short criterium races and quick XC races all season, was starting to feel the toll of this long endurance effort.
Yep.
This was probably the low point of the day, where everyone's energy started to lag a bit, and it felt like we were just riding to get to the end, instead of being in the moment and enjoying the trail. I was pretty preoccupied too with whether we'd have enough daylight to complete the ride. I think this was about 12 miles from our destination. You can see that it's starting to get darker. As with any good adventure, we didn't have an out. We were in a remote area, and no one was going to help us if we didn't get to the car on our own.
Nobody loves this stuff.
Yeah.
As it got even darker, I focused on the fact that though dark, I could still see. I followed Tony's wheel ahead of me. Of the three of us, only Tony had the good sense to bring a light, just in case. Rachel and I had assumed we would be done hours before dark. So we followed closely behind Tony on the single track, like a couple of dum-dums, still about 8 miles from our car. It got pretty crazy.
Look at us dum-dums. 3 bikes, 1 night. Riding on a crazy mud road in the dark and the cold. What do you think of the ride?
It was good, but it was poor planning.
But it was fun. Type 2 fun.
8 p.m.
It is 8 p.m.
and it took 7 hours to ride 47 miles.
And here is Tony and his very bright light that saved us. Say hi to the camera.
Hi, camera.